Hey, Anna. How is your morning going? You look like you are working very hard over there.
Oh, hey, Alex. You caught me. I am trying to make a list of things I need to do today.
Ah, I see what you did there. You used make and do in the same sentence. That is actually a very tricky topic for many of our friends learning English.
It really is. I was just sitting here thinking, why do we make a list, but we do our homework? Why do we make a phone call, but we do the dishes? It's enough to make your head spin.
It definitely is. But don't worry, everyone. We are going to fix that today. But first, let's say hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. I'm from the windy city of Chicago, and I love explaining the why behind English words.
And I'm Anna from sunny California. We are so happy to be here with you. Today, we are going to help you stop guessing and start knowing when to use do and when to use make.
So, Anna, let's start with a very simple rule. If you had to explain the main difference to a complete beginner, what would you say?
Okay, I usually think about it like this. Do is for actions, work, or jobs. Make is for creating or producing something new.
Okay, I like that. So, do is the process and make is the result.
Exactly. If I am doing the laundry, I am performing an action. But if I make a cake, well, at the end, I have a delicious cake that didn't exist before.
Now I'm hungry, but that's a perfect example. Let's talk about do first. Do is for the boring stuff, right? Like chores?
Yes, the boring stuff. We do the dishes, we do the cleaning, we do the shopping.
Wait, Anna. Last week, you told me you were making a mess in the kitchen. Mess is a result, right?
Yes, I was doing the cooking, which is the activity, but because I am a messy cook, I made a mess. The mess was the result of my bad cooking skills.
That's a great way to remember it. You do the work, but you make the mess.
And what about work, Alex? In your office, what do you do?
Well, I do my job. I do a lot of emails. Wait, no. I write emails, but I do business with people.
Right. We do business. We do a report. We do our best. That's an important one. I will do my best.
I love that phrase. I will do my best. It's an action of the heart. But then it gets confusing because we say, I make a mistake.
Yes, a mistake is something you create, even if you don't want to. You produced a mistake.
I make a lot of mistakes when I try to speak other languages. I used to feel bad about it, but now I just say, well, I am doing my practice, and I made a mistake. That's okay.
That is a perfect mindset. Okay, let's talk about make. Make is the creative one.
Right. We make breakfast. We make dinner. We make a cup of tea.
And we also use make for speaking and sounds. We make a phone call. We make a joke. We make a promise.
Oh, and we make a noise. I just made a noise.
Yes, you did. You know, Alex, I have a story about this. When I was a little girl, my mom always told me, Anna, go do your bed.
Wait, do your bed?
Exactly. I was so confused. I said, Mom, am I working on the bed? Am I fixing the bed? She realized she made a mistake. She meant go make your bed.
Because when you make the bed, you are putting the sheets and pillows in a new, neat order. You are creating a tidy bed.
Right. But I told her, Mom, if I do my bed, can I just sleep in it all day?
I like your logic, Anna.
So, Alex, let's play a little game for our friends. I will say a word, and you tell me if it is do or make.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Or let's make it happen.
Both. Okay, first one, homework.
Oh, that's easy. Do homework. It's a job, it's work, and it's usually a bit boring.
Correct. Next one, a decision.
A decision. I am choosing something. I am creating a choice. So, make a decision.
Yes, you got it. Okay, here's a tricky one, the dishes.
That is an action, a chore. So, do the dishes.
You are on fire, Alex. Okay, last one, friends.
Friends. I am not working on them. I am creating a new relationship. So, make friends.
Exactly. You don't do friends. That sounds very strange. You make friends. You create a bond.
You know, Anna, I think the hardest part for beginners is that there aren't always perfect rules. Sometimes you just have to make a memory of the phrases.
Make a memory. I like that. We call those collocations. That's a big word, but it just means words that like to hang out together.
Words that like to hang out, like you and me.
Exactly. Make and mistake are best friends. They always hang out together. Do and exercise are best friends.
Oh, do exercise. That's a good one. You do yoga, you do push-ups, you do aerobics.
But you make a plan to go to the gym.
English is so funny. You make the plan, then you do the work.
That's actually a great way to remember everything we talked about today. The plan is the make, and the action is the do.
You know, I once met a man at a party. He was trying to be very polite. He came up to me and said, "Excuse me, I need to make a question."
Oh, I hear that a lot from my Spanish-speaking and French-speaking friends.
Right, because in their languages, they use the word for make. But in English, we say,
Ask a question.
exactly. We don't do a question, and we don't make a question. We ask it.
See? Just when you think you know the rules, English gives you a surprise.
But that is why we are here, to help with the surprises. Anna, do you have a magic trick for when someone is stuck and they don't know which word to use?
Well, if you really don't know, try using do, because do is a general word for action. If you say, I am doing a cake, people will understand you, even if it sounds a little bit off.
That's true. It is better to speak and make a small mistake than to stay silent because you are afraid.
I agree. Making a mistake is just part of doing your best.
Look at us. We are using the words perfectly now. So let's recap some of the most common ones for everyone to write down.
Okay, for do, we have 1. Do homework, 2. Do the dishes or do the laundry, 3. Do business, 4. Do exercise, 5. Do your hair or do your nails.
And for make, we have 1. Make a mistake. 2. Make money. That's a good one. 3. Make dinner or make coffee. 4. Make a phone call. 5. Make a noise.
And my favorite one, make progress.
Yes. Every time you watch one of our videos, you are making progress. You are creating a better version of your English self.
That is so true. You know, Alex, I feel like I did a good job today.
And I think we made a great video.
We really did. We want to know, what is one thing you have to do today? And what is one thing you want to make?
Maybe you have to do your taxes, but you want to make a delicious pizza. Tell us in the comments.
We love reading your stories. It helps us feel like we are making real friends all over the world.
It really does. Learning English isn't just about grammar.
It's about the people you meet along the way.
Well said, Alex. Are you going to do the dishes now?
No, I think I'm going to make another cup of coffee first.
Me too. Waving, thank you for watching, everyone. You are doing amazing.
Keep practicing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.